Kirsten, thank you so much for joining us today. Just looking at that local index on the day, we have seen some positive movements this week, and I suppose following on from last week. Your thoughts on the momentum that we're seeing in trade so far this week?
Hello, Sam. The local index has improved by 1%, which is an improvement compared to last week, where the index has dropped marginally. We believe this momentum to carry on and the markets to further improve.
So you're looking at improving momentum on the markets, and which are the stocks that do you believe are markets most positive about right now?
Bidvest has shown some strong returns, 2% over the last week. FNB has also been gained on the back of the MMI deal. Namibian Breweries has also been doing well. The other stocks on the local index have remained unchanged. On the Development Capital Board, on the other hand, we've seen quite a bit of developments, especially to the negative. The uranium exploration companies in particular have not performed well over the last week.
Yeah, as you say, that uranium sector has been under pressure for some time now, and that's obviously leads us into the next topic. The rights issue with Deep Yellow has started today. Deep Yellow looking to raise 10.5 million Australian dollars. Now the shares are on offer for around 4 Aussie cents. Tell us about the rights issue that is currently underway. What is the market mood around Deep Yellow right now? Because this is a company that is looking to raise more funds to help fund its exploration and, of course, disinvesting in some of its non-core assets. So in light of all that's been taking place in the uranium sector, is the outlook for the rights issue looking promising right now?
We believe so in the medium to long term, that the uranium industry and the uranium sector overall is going to improve significantly. The last couple of months, especially for Deep Yellow, has not been good. Since the beginning of the year, the share price has dropped by 63%, which is, compared to the other companies, quite bad. Phosphorus increased by 15% from beginning of the year, while Bannerman has dropped by 35% and Marinica by 46%. So overall, the uranium exploration companies have not been doing well, but Deep Yellow has been doing particularly bad. Now, if you look even further into the past, beginning of last year, January 2011, the share price was still at 3 Aussie cents. That is a drop of 84% over the last 18 months. Yep. Now, the company hopes to improve the status of the company by aggressively investing into the core assets, which is the Omahala project in just south of the Husa project, so that they position the project well, that at the time when the markets improve, the project can start producing or is in a favorable position for a takeover.
Okay, so tell us about this, because let's talk about timelines here, because you're talking about at the time the market improves, and they're looking to get the company in a better state to be able to benefit from that and then put it into quality asset mode. So what is the timeline we're looking at for market improvements in the uranium sector? Are we looking at that, I suppose, that uranium price moving anywhere from around $50 where it sits at right now?
In the short term, we do not expect a major change in the uranium price, although signs of change are appearing. About a year ago, a bit more than a year ago, I'm sure you're aware of this, there was the earthquake in Japan, which damaged a nuclear reactor. Now, this made the industry appear a bit risky in terms of nuclear energy generation. Since then, the market sentiment has not improved much, but signs of change, as I said, are emerging. Japan has announced about 2 weeks ago that they will restart 2 nuclear reactors, simply because they don't have a choice. They are dependent on the energy generated from nuclear, and we expect that by 2014, all those nuclear reactors in Japan that has been constructed after 1990 will be up and running again. So there is definitely upside to the uranium industry, and we expect by 2013, 2014, the spot prices to increase. But we have to be patient. Deep Yellow has a little bit of time to advance their projects so as to be ready for when the markets turn.
Yeah. Before I let you go, let's just take a look at the economy right now. That private sector credit extension figure coming in for the month of May, 12.8% is what we're looking at, and we're looking at a slowdown in credit extension specifically to businesses. Is this a signal for you right now? Are you looking at this in light of other macro data that we've seen coming through and concerned around the slowdown, especially the uptake of credit from corporates at the moment?
The credit extension has especially been lower for small and medium enterprises, which is clearly not a good sign. But at the same time, this has been the first month in quite a while where credit extension has actually slowed. That said, looking at the recently released GDP figures, which are down from 6.6 for 2010 to 4.9 for 2011, as well as reduced levels of the IJG Business Confidence Index, we are certainly watching the trends, how the trends develop, to see whether we have to expect a downturn in the economic activity in this country.